I got killed by an Enderman. Oh, I can't even build a new thing. I was trying to kill Enderman, and it didn't work. Alright, well, I need to build another life. All my stuff is down here. The Enderman is still there. I tried jumping down into the water, and he jumped after me. I wish I was recording it, actually. Oh, gosh. I was going to go into the water, so I wasn't going to use my parachute or my paraglider. He jumped off of the branches above. Oh, I didn't even get an ender pearl. He jumped off of the branches above, up there, and he pushed me onto the side, like onto the edge. So I just hit the lip of the edge. As you can see, I was on the water. All right, so that's going. I moved this survivalist generator there. I was actually just coming up for some iron. Still don't have enough to make a full block of platinum or nickel, so that's why those are empty. You can see it's those two. That's platinum, that's nickel. Oh, I figured out there was an issue that was happening. The pressure chamber interface. It was not letting items actually enter, and I don't know if it's just because I was trying to put too much or what, but I need nice. Okay, so that should let a few items at a time get in here. Hopefully it's not one at a time. Oh my gosh. It's doing like a few at a time. Maybe it has to. Maybe it can't deal with like a stack at a time, because that's what the transfer nodes were trying to do. Anyway, that's making compressed iron. I don't think it really matters that it's not super efficient. I have been grinding away, making empty PCBs, and I have 6 saved up. So I need to put them into etching acid. I have also created 15 actually printed ones, and then a ton of transistors and capacitors, just, creating bone meal with the system, and I have it pulling from the bone meal. You can actually see it right there. There's a pipe that is pulling out anything that goes into there, and then putting it first into this dispenser, and then the ones around the back as well, and I've used them a few times. They have been full. Also, I have lost some of these because if you walk away and they're sitting here for like 5 minutes and they despawn, I really hate this process because you have to literally just stand here for 5 minutes or turn on a timer, I guess, for like 4 minutes to make sure to come back in time. So instead, I just actively pick them up, throw them in because I feel like that's safer. Something that I really hate doing is that, and I'm going to need a ton more machines, like a ton. So what I want to do is a pneumatic PCB system. Okay, that's what we're going to call it. There is an assembly platform you have to make. There is an assembly I/O unit. There is an assembly drill and an assembly laser. I think there's a quest associated with this. Let's check under pressure, open. I actually have one completed, and I get a printed circuit board. Sick. Yeah, I want to make this one. I really relied on PneumaticCraft, unfortunately, because I hate PneumaticCraft. You lose items so often. It's so inefficient. I also got netherrack. Okay, so I figured out how to get netherrack. I'm not sure why it doesn't work with a hopper. If I grab a redstone, boop, look at that. Stone barrel, netherrack. I don't know why it wasn't working with the hopper. I really don't. This whole process has been going really good. I moved the... Actually, I don't even know if I shared that I got any. 2 of these furnace generators, which I spent a little bit of money on. These guys have been sifting. Of course, this needs more autonomous activators to be as efficient as this one over here. But you can really see the speed difference. Anyway, I'm going to continue with that whole project. This has been continuously running. It's only used a small bit of charcoal, which is totally fine. I need to make these guys. That's 8 of those. And then we're going to need to make these, which is a lot of iron. And then we can make 4 of those so far with our rain plastic. Nice. And then this guy, simply platform. Boom. I think that should be all of them. Let's check it. Assembly. I/O unit. I made it. Did I do it wrong? Oh, I need 2. I did do it wrong. So I'm going to need more brain plastic. That's unfortunate. Well, that was painful. I really do hate PneumaticCraft. Ba-bam. By the way, hello everybody. I never actually introduced this episode because I died. I am automating PneumaticCraft today because I hate it. I need 2 more for that, and I need a hopper. Boom, 2 of those. Up and over, and this guy, and over, and there, and that. Boom. Okay, that quest is complete. So now I know we can actually make a system with this. All I have to do is hook up that guy. It's on standby. Program, laser, that, and then that and that. Add pressure. Not all machines required for this program are available. Connect up other required machines. I think we need a pneumatic wrench. Yep, I think we need a pneumatic wrench. How in the world do you make a pneumatic wrench? Pneumatic wrench is, made from another type of plastic. Of course, I'm out of grass seeds, so that stinks. Yeah, okay. Well, this looks like a waiting thing again because I need grass seeds, so talk to you soon. Gonna be honest, I have no clue where I was, but I made a new floor. I think I was working on this system, and it's on standby because it has already done all assembled PCBs. And I put in one that was put into the UV light box, but I don't think it can actually process this. But this is a great system now, so I can make unassembled PCBs without using the etching acid, which is awesome. My crux right now is things for transistors and capacitors. So it's actually not as bad as I thought. I really should just throw these in. I do need a lot more, but my crux right now was that is now filled with bone meal. That is now filled with bone meal. Okay, maybe I don't have a crux. I was waiting for these to be filled with... Okay, they are all filled with bone meal. I have no excuse. Okay, I just need to grind a little bit and make some more seeds. I'm not really going to worry about that right now. I will make all of that into capacitors in a bit. This system works awesome with having the hopper go in and then the transfer node come out. Did a bunch of iron, which I realize I can do blocks of iron now, but that's all right. And I don't even know if I showed you guys this charging station. Oh, right. I did make this assembly drill. I don't think I needed to. I have this, and I also made another one. Unfortunately, I made one of the combined ones because it was saying that it was missing a drill, as if I couldn't run the machine at all with this program, which does not say a drill, but when I would go to assembly controller status, it would say that it was missing a drill, and it wasn't working at all. What it turned out is, after I put this in, and after you put chests nearby, and like you change anything, if you put a chest here is where I tried putting a chest earlier, wouldn't work. I tried switching the order of these ones with pneumatic wrench, wouldn't work. Everything that I was trying to do, it was saying that there was like resetting is what it said. And when it said that, the only thing that fixed it was actually like closing out of the world and reopening it. And as long as I didn't tamper with it once it was already running and already good, this system worked perfectly. It's not super fast, but it worked perfectly. I did have to extend my redstone here because it was shutting off at like 2.5. But this machine needs 3.5. So each one of these is half a pneumatic, whatever this is, pressure. So to get to 4.5, you need 0.5, 1, 1.52, 2.53, 3.54, and oh, that is actually just at 4. I thought I was at 4.5, but 4 is working anyways because I only need 3.5. So it keeps it right below exploding and working well enough. I hate PneumaticCraft, so I'm very happy that this system is working and I don't have to tamper with it too much more. It's not like the most efficient thing ever, but I'm not going to need, you know, metric butt tons of what are these called? PCBs, but they get turned into something else. Circuit boards. And then they get turned into, oh right, LX100s. Yeah, oh, it's PRC LX100. I don't know why they're called that. I don't know much more about PneumaticCraft, honestly. I know there's bigger pipes, which I can actually make with this system. But then I need like a good power source, which is another thing that I'm kind of stuck on right now. Still using survivalist generators here. And then down here, I changed this setup a little bit. I just have, oh, that's empty. I just have the coal automatically going into these guys, the furnace generators. And you can see the pipe for that goes above me, over and down into this one as well. And this one is barely keeping up with giving these guys power. You can see they all have not full power. I also made a bunch of more autonomous activators because that was another crux. There's still a ton of dust down below that's being pulled out. So these are mostly running dust right now. This one does have a little bit of gravel in it. But it's actually kind of nice because the sand is building up. And I'm making a nice stockpile of sand and turning it into glass. You can see he's actually going above the top of the smeltery. This is working now, luckily. And I'm using that to make clear glass, which that's even full. Awesome. I made a ton of glass as well, which has been a crux in a lot of crafting recipes. And I'm smelting up a bunch of jungle wood because I've grinded out jungle wood to make some more charcoal. Because charcoal is another really important one. I am putting some in here right now because these furnace generators gobble up so much. And this is also almost empty. But something else that has come about is that this guy, the platinum tank, is now full. And we have our first platinum block. So, don't even know what this is used for. It's very pretty though. Oh, shiny. Okay. Shiny is used for a platinum hammer. Shiny metal. Really? Really? How about this? Oh, electrum. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's going to be very important. Electrum is used for like all the high level stuff. Yeah, resonant energy cells, resonant upgrades on everything, portable spawner, like tesseracts, which lets us move items remotely. Also the PRC LX100 expansion cards. So yeah, that's going to be super useful actually. I wasn't 100% sure what those were used for, but that's obviously very useful. So some cruxes that I have right now, things that are stopping me from moving forward, is I don't have quartz. And if we see quartz, quartz is gotten from soul sand. We don't have a system for that currently. And I don't believe this even shows a crafting recipe. Yeah, I'm clicking as much as I can on it. Does not say how you make soul sand. I don't even know that it says it in the book. I don't think I've ever seen that. So what we do need to do is this floor. Down here, I'm going to need a system to make water. That water is going to have to fill up every single one of these barrels. And then we need to put in something into them. I cannot remember what it is. But I do remember it can be put in automatically. So the reason I built it here is so that I can have pipes going along this side. What I remember is that I need to put in water. So I think I'll be putting in water from one side. I need to put something in the top, which might need to be put in via a hopper. I'll find out. And that needs to go in the top. I think it's either dust or sand. And then the items need to get pulled out, which can happen from the side, I hope. That's the general idea. What I'm trying to do is make witch water. Witch water is made from having water sit on top of mycelium inside of a barrel. And you make mycelium through ancient spores. And ancient spores Make mycelium on dirt, and then you can spread it using your watering can, which is one of the most useful things in this whole mod pack. And let's actually just test this before we make a whole system. If we put that in here, oh, immediately started becoming witch water. Wow, that made witch water very quickly. Is it dust? Not dust. Is it sand? It is sand. Okay, that makes sense because we're making soul sand. So witch water with soul sand, or sorry, with the sand makes soul sand. Makes sense. And to feed into it, I'm going to need to have a automatic tree farm. The wood from it can be smelted down. Wood or the charcoal can then be fed back into the engines that power everything. Cool. So anyway, what I'm going to do is work on the witch water setup here and maybe make like an auto harvester planter setup. I've never seen a jungle tree get to this height. So my thought is maybe I make another setup for wood up here and have this automatically going down because it's actually only one floor down that it would need to go, right? We're right there. I just can't make it on this same level because we're already maxed out. My only thought with that is if I do make a mob spawner, I was kind of thinking of doing it right here. I guess it doesn't really make sense to do it there. I should really do it on top of my base, just high enough where mobs will always be spawning in it. So maybe I have them like fall and die right above me. That's going to involve me also going out there and putting lights everywhere, which is super dangerous. So I'm going to put that project off for a little bit. I'm going to work on the machines and try to make a witch water setup because that's going to be super useful for quartz and getting extra lives and a lot of things. So that should be doing it. I think I've recorded for 2.5 hours for this episode, so hopefully I pared it down well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget to smile. Oh, I'm on top of the tree. And don't forget to smile. This is the most satisfying. I love this. Whee!